What stops you from listening to your needs? This is the second video in a series about self-esteem. And in the first video, we talked about learning to identify and listen to your feelings is step one. And then recognizing your feelings are letting you know, hey, there's a need. So in this video, we're going to explore what stops you from listening to that need. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to teach you two really important questions that can help you start to shift this behavior. I'm Amy Rose, and I have a holistic counseling and consulting practice in Florida. And this is something that I work on with almost all of my clients. And think of these scenarios and see if you recognize yourself in any of them. Let's say someone invites you to go to lunch and you realize, you know what, this person never asks me anything about myself. It's kind of draining to sit with them for an hour. I don't really think I'm gonna go, but then you say yes anyway. Or let's say you wanna go to a seminar. Maybe you wanna network or just fill your cup. But then when the seminar rolls around, you say, oh, next time, and just sort of procrastinate. Or I bet all of us have had some version of this. There's someone in your house that leaves their stuff all over or their clothes, and it's annoying. And you've asked and asked and asked them to pick it up, and they don't. So now you just run around and scoop up all that stuff, throw it in the hamper, and stuff your anger down in the process. Sound familiar? So, if you were to explore all of those scenarios and you took a few breaths and sort of tuned into the world inside of you, you would have been able to figure out, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm sad, whatever the feeling is. And then you could ask yourself, so what do I need? And this is the question. What stops you from doing that and actually getting your needs met? Let's say you have a part of you that says, don't make waves, don't speak up, just don't make a fuss, it's not worth it. I guarantee you have another part that's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of smiling or being nice. I want to be seen and heard. And so there's this conflict that's happening between these two parts of you. You may not even be aware of it. And it takes an enormous amount of energy to keep all of that squashed down. And the consequences of pressing all of that down are you could be getting depressed, angry, maybe just bored and hopeless, anxious. Maybe you're noticing you're turning to food or some other substance to sort of get some relief, emotionally comfort yourself. And, this is how we get disconnected from the light inside of us. And it's not that you actually can get disconnected from the light inside of you. That's not possible. But it can just get buried under these layers of unattended needs. And that's when we lose our creativity, our joy, and our sense of purpose. Okay, so let's start exploring these two questions, okay? So let's say you've identified you have this part of you that doesn't want to speak up. And so the two essential ingredients to creating lasting and sustainable change are probably going to surprise you. They are curiosity and compassion, not discipline and willpower. Those are really helpful and important, but it starts with compassion and curiosity. So here are the two questions that you want to ask. I wonder what the positive intention is behind this behavior. What is this part of me that doesn't want to speak trying to do? How's it trying to help? Now you might have a part that quickly steps up and says, it's not helping, it's preventing me from getting my needs met. But we're just going to focus on this one part right now and ask it, okay, if you don't speak up, how does that help you? Well, if I'm nice to everyone, they'll like me, they'll accept me, I'll get approval, I'll feel loved. Well, that makes sense. All of us want that. And then the second question is, what are you afraid will happen if you don't do that? So, what are you afraid will happen if you don't stay quiet and you actually speak up? Oh, well, someone may get angry at me. Anger scares me. I don't know how to deal with it. Maybe I freeze up when I get around angry people. And so there we go. Oh, you're actually afraid. So this part of you that's doing that is trying to protect you from something scary. Okay? And this is going to be the third video in this series. We're going to explore how can you have compassion for the parts of you that are afraid to change. Because when we're afraid, we get resistant, right? And compassion helps to soften that and allow us to open and begin to implement change. Because what neuroscience has told us about creating change, step one is you have to recognize and make conscious what was unconscious. So you have to identify, oh gosh, I think I'm angry. Step two, you have to recognize that the way you're going about this isn't working out so great. There has to be some sort of cognitive dissonance where you realize what you believe and your behavior don't match up. So I want to speak up, I want to have self-esteem, but oh gosh, I'm not really doing that at all. And then when you sort of have this like aha moment, that paves the way for a new behavior and a genuine desire for that. And then no matter how long we've been stuck in some groove of, I can't do this, I can't speak up, what neuroscience has told us is that our brain has this amazing capacity to create new neural pathways. And those three steps are what has to happen first, and then that new pathway can get created. So why don't you post in the comments your experiences about trying these two questions? So identify some part of you and ask those questions. What is the positive intent behind this behavior? And then what are you afraid will happen if you don't do that? And if you like this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button to delight the world. And please remember this. Some days you can be the light and have compassion for yourself and others. And some days you just need to receive light and compassion from other people. And wherever you are on your journey of being the light, you're always welcome to connect here at Delight the World. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.